watching The Sports Spin, presented by Duchesne Healthcare. Health and healing, every person, every time.
Welcome to The Sports Spin, your weekly dose of sports action, presented by Duchesne Healthcare. That guy's Mark Mason, I'm John Nerden. We watch the games, we call the games, and now we spin the games.
Indeed we do. Today on The Sports Spin, we talk all base in sports, including Tournament of Champions on the Week Rewind. On the L&L Monster Replay, we crown a new champion. Then on the Spin Cycle, we speak with Coach Stensgard
At the
Tournament of Champions. But what should we do first? Week Rewind? Let's do it. Go backwards.
All right, welcome to the Week Rewind. Mark, let's get started.
Week Rewind. What are we going to do first?
Union at Morgan.
Basketball?
Basketball.
Man, Morgan, they're just a shooting fool team.
They score some points.
And they rain down three-pointers. And then as soon as you step out of the line, they go inside backdoor cuts at the rim.
You know, and they're always tough. A few years ago, they took a state championship, and they just have a good program going there for basketball. They play basketball a lot in their small town, and they all get together, and they play with each other a lot. You know, they're not traveling all over the place and getting other games. They work hard together, and Morgan's tough. Now, enough about Morgan. Union's also tough.
Union's tough, but they had a tough loss there. So Morgan wins 79-36. We're just going to move on. So we're going to go Altamont at Utah Military, and Altamont is tough this year.
They got a basketball program going this year.
They're ready.
Little team action.
So they won 54-23, and that was a big game. It's, you know, and there's a program that's working right now. So good job, Altamont. Moving on, who we got next?
You went to at Maple Mountain, Mark. Tough loss for the Utes.
Oh my!
Some angry parents in the stands.
Nobody
on the stage.
May not have been one of those. Let's look at some of these highlights, because this was just two prize fighters taking punches at each other. And right off the top, Walters into that was kicked back out. Corbin Gardner. They're going to swing that around, but eventually I think that finds its way into Severe's hands. And I'm telling you, they did work, and Severe has become an important part of the UNA basketball program. He's a big 6'9" kid, and he patiently waits, and that highlight finally gets the back door and a layup.
You know, and the one that I like is the shot at the end of the game. 8 seconds left on the clock. Cruz Leyva from the Shire, nothing but net. Down by 2, up by 1. Feels like they're going to win the game.
Yeah.
Little controversial finish. Maple Mountain ends up on the line, strokes 2 free throws with no time left on the clock. Utes go down by 1.
You're glossing that over. Cruz hits that shot, and there's 5.6 seconds left on the clock, and going into a timeout, and they came back, and all of a sudden there was 7.6 seconds left. And then
again, some of the parents didn't like the way the game was officiated.
Foul happened as the clocks hit double zeros. And you know, when that happens, and there was 2 seconds that magically reappear, that's where you get a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth. And kudos to the UNA program, because several times throughout that game, Maple Mountain would stretch that and lead 6-8 points. They'd fight back. They'd make the basket they need to take the lead. And a controversial foul call at the end. What are you going to do? The Maple Mountain wins it on the line with nobody defending them.
Things, you know, for the Maple Mountain kid, things you're just dreaming of. As a young kid, no time left on the clock. I got to make 2 free throws, and you know, nothing worse to be on the other side of that. I didn't ever think of that as a kid. What does the other side feels like? Well, now we know.
Yeah.
And you as a parent know, and it's. You want to beat the ref up. You want to beat everyone up. I'm not sure what you did or didn't do, get in trouble there, but you walked out and made it home on your own?
Yeah, I was fine.
Okay.
Nothing bad happened. So we're going to go Tournament of Champions. That's probably one of the biggest weekends in sports in the UNA Basin. And let's take a look at some of these highlights. And this here is a highlight of, I believe it's Duchesne and UNA, right?
No,
that's not it.
That was Grand Junction.
Okay, Grand Junction. So this is.
I'm not sure if that's an Altamont or a Union player.
Anyway,
I can't see it. I can't see the singlet there.
Hopefully we can dial up the clip. We had Skews versus who's the UNA
Tomlinson.
player? Tomlinson, right? And
a finals match, and here it is.
Let's pull that one up full screen as we look at this.
Great battle going on the match. You see him in there in the center ring, just going at it back and forth. And Mark, I learned a lot about wrestling at the Tournament of Champions. It was really fun to go there, be part of VTV's great coverage. First time they've been there. L&L Motor sponsored the big Jumbotron and did a great job of presenting that there. And what a great term, 27 teams. No parking anywhere. It stinks in that place when they're going, just wrestling sweat everywhere.
Yeah.
What a great event.
I think there's a design flaw in the shoes. They just automatically stink, those wrestling shoes. I think that's what you were smelling. So,
I think it's a design flaw in little boys.
A lot of success for the Basin teams. Several first place finishes, several second place finishes. And when you're talking about second place in the Tournament of Champions, that's no small feat with the number of kids that were there.
27 teams. So, everybody's got
all
their
of those are bringing
weight.
somebody in that weight class. Yeah. Big accomplishments, first and seconds all over the place for all of the schools. Altamont, Duchesne, Union.
Everybody represented the Basin really well. It was a great event. We got one more thing before we move on to the Monster Replays, Mark. Duchesne at Tabiona.
Yeah, and Duchesne wins this game 37-31. But it's just one of those classic Duchesne-Tabiona games where it's anybody's game all throughout the game, and you just see, and that's one of my favorite courts to go to, by the way, that Tabiona Tigers court. That's probably got to be the oldest hardwood in the state of Utah right now.
It's definitely an old floor.
And Duchesne wins that one. And if you look back at the history of that, it's probably dead even, because the teams just alternate who wins,
and it is a great rivalry, and it depends on where they play. Such a different feel at Duchesne. Big, wide open, newer facility, and then you've got it feels like a church house almost when you're playing there.
Yeah, like there's the stage at the end, and the wall is close to the sidelines. But, that's the Week Rewind. Oh, my goodness, it's good to have too much to talk about. We're going to move on now to the L&L Monster Replays.
All right, Mark, so as we move into the L&L Monster Replays, new winner this week. And we're getting a lot more votes, so everybody out there, thank you. Keep the votes coming.
Yeah, this week topped 100 votes. Is that that's great. Let's do it again.
Rolling.
Let's go 200 this week. Double up.
Well, let's get to the million mark.
Yeah, million mark.
Okay. Shoot high, Mark. All right, so this first one, not in my house.
Trevor Burchell, Union Cougars saying to John Parker, you're not going to get that one off. And boy, the Cougars.
They love that, and I think that might have been why the votes were so high. I got to tell John, get some road dogs and vote for one of these other plays and get that one off there. It don't look so good.
Let's see if we can. And the Cougars, they want the Maple Mountain clock keeper, because if they'd had 5 more minutes on the clock, they could have maybe
won. They might have come back
2
in
minutes,
that game.
Maybe. Who knows? Okay, so not in my house. Let's move on. Let's go to what's next?
The spin move.
Spin move. Oh, we're going to go Duchesne.
Stop, roll, and a bucket.
Wow. And that's just where when your defender ends up out of bounds, you did something good. And sure enough, and puts the bucket in. So there's the spin move.
So we got to get the boat out in the other end of the basin.
Well, that's Tabiona. I think that's their first. Appearance in the.
I think it is
L&L Monster Replays. So
get with the big boss, Principal Dean, and
see what happens.
Get him going.
Okay. What's next? The showdown.
Showdown. Tomlinson versus Skews.
And this is UNA versus Duchesne. And what you got to know about this is that was a battle here at the Tournament of Champions. And both of these boys wanted it like nothing else. And, speaking with Tomlinson after the match, he likes the double. There it is right there. It's the double leg takedown. And Tomlinson ends up winning that one. But, man, so
either school can vote for that one if they want.
Right.
But Tomlinson, there you go.
Tomlinson
get out the boat.
Well, we have one more to show you.
This is just a bonus. No vote on this one.
And viewer discretion is advised. This is from the Tournament of Champions. And if you have a soft stomach, turn your head, because this is Schopp from UNA. and he took a bad beat here with his shoulder.
And what I like
popped
is
out.
after the injury, he comes back, and we're going to take a good look at that.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the injury.
So look away, and we'll be right back.
Here it is. So here it is. He goes up, shoulder gets popped out of joint, and it is painful, but he decides, I'm going to
continue.
And
he gets it back in place, and he just gets down and says, come on, here we go. Looks right at the camera.
That is a winning face.
I
right
like
there.
it. His nose is fluttering in and out. Sweat dripping off him. He's like, just get on.
What a stud. And we're going to have him in the studio later in this season because we got to talk to him about that.
Oh, that was great.
All right. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at The Sportspin to vote for your favorite L&L Monster replay. Stick around. We'll be back.
It's not about the miles you take when you're driving, but the milestones you see when you get to where you're going. When you graduate high school, buy your first car, get married, start a family, find your first home, and grow old together. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know, people who care.
We're back on the Sports Spin, presented by Unit Basin Healthcare. Now it's time for the Spin Cycle.
So we're here at the Tournament of Champions with Coach Stensgard. You've been here a lot of years, Coach. This is a great event. How many years have you been doing this?
This is the 23rd year in this facility that we've been doing this.
And how long has this tournament been going on? Nearly 50 years, isn't it?
This is 44.
44 years?
So I put half of them been mine.
So that's wonderful. You know, a lot of schools come out. This is a great opportunity for our kids to get different competition than they get anywhere else.
Yeah, it is. Many years ago when we first started this, it was at the high school the first year I came here. My first year as a teacher coach at the high school, and it was a smaller tournament, and I said, well, why don't we make this a big thing? And someone told me about this place. We came over, checked it out, and I said, wow, why don't we try to run a bigger
So you
tournament?
doubled the size of it by coming here.
We doubled the size. The very second year, we only had like 11 teams the first year here. The second year, we had almost 20 teams, and we've had up to 37, 38 teams in a year come to this tournament. So this year, because of weather, that's the bad thing about winters and running programs in the winter. You never know what the weather's going to be.
No, and Colorado teams aren't coming over the mountain. It's a little crazy this week.
We lost 2 Colorado teams from Denver area, and one from Wyoming. So we lost 3 or 4 teams. It could even have been better numbers.
So tell us how the kids did. I got to see a few of the matches.
Yeah.
The Ayot kid did really good in his, and he'll be in the final.
He's in the finals. He's going to have a real tough match. You got the kid from Green River, that state champion. He pretty much won everything. He's big, he's strong, he's real physical. And the kid the Green River kid also was a real good kid. So, I mean, there was the 3 best wrestlers are those 3 guys right there. So we definitely one of the best 3, and now we're going to have to wrestle a returning state champion and a tournament champion. So, I mean, Gavin's got his hands full.
So that'll be a good one. Who else is in the semi or the finals?
Got Cubby D's. Something happened with Duchesne. I didn't understand they pulled their guy. And he didn't have a semifinal match, but he does have a finals match. I'm not quite sure who he has. But I know he's #1 seed in this weight class, so he's going to have to bring his gun to Blair tonight because he got the 1 seed. And he got the 1 seed because he either is a state champion or won this tournament before.
Okay. So, and then who else do we have in the finals?
Then we have Tucker Tomlinson had a great match. We're starting to get back into Tucker Tomlinson.
And what weight is Tucker?
He's 160 pounds.
160 pounds.
And he's starting to look like the Tucker Tomlinson of last year now. He just wasn't as crisp and sharp, but now he's more motivated. It's a long season. I mean, when you wrestle almost 50 matches a year, it is a grind. It is a grind.
How many matches this weekend?
This weekend he will have 4. The finals. He didn't have. I think he had a bye first round.
Okay.
If he didn't get a bye first round, you have to wrestle 5.
So 4-5 in a weekend.
4-5 in a weekend, and every round a little tougher, a little better because you got the next guy in.
And then anyone else?
And then Alex Schultz, and I don't know if Alex will be wrestling tonight. He hurt his shoulder.
So he earned the right to get there, but he might be.
He's in the finals, but we are looking to the future with him because we have Wasatch next week. We have the divisions and state coming up. we got to do what's best for our team and not one title here.
So anyone who didn't see it earlier, he hyperextended his shoulder, knocked it out of place, put it back in, finished the match, beat the kid, and may not be able to compete in the final.
Again,
a couple hours, we'll see how he feels.
Well, I don't think you have to worry, but I'm pretty sure he will not wrestle tonight because we got to worry about the future. Our biggest duel of the year is next Thursday against Wasatch.
Last question: how do we look for state this year?
I think we have a lot of good kids. There's a few weight classes we're not scoring as many points. We've got to figure some ways that we can help these kids score more points. We're working hard on trying to find solutions. Now they got to buy into what we tell. The biggest problem is everybody in this tells them different things, and they got to buy into more people. And that's me, Coach Caddy, Coach Lewis, Coach Murray, and Coach Christensen, Kobe, my staff. I mean, and all of them wrestle college. I mean, four of us are college All-Americans. I mean, if that's not enough said, I don't know what to tell you.
Come on, kids, listen.
I know. I mean, we're not. We've been there. We've done that. We've traveled that path already.
So you have opportunities, but kids got to grow a little.
The kids got to grow, and the kids got to start believing in and listening to their corners a little bit better. I didn't think we followed our instructions very well sometimes this weekend, and it cost us.
Well, hey, thanks, Coach. Good to see you. Thanks for this event. Great event. Good to have you. Talk to you soon. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm Amanda Hartman. I'm the new Director of Nursing here at the Villa. Here at the Villa, it's far more than a nurse-patient relationship. You truly are like a family. We have a community here, we have neighborhoods within our community, and we create lasting relationships that mirror that of our own families.
We're kind of just one big family because we're their sole providers, and we spend a lot of time with each and every resident. Even our rehab patients are here for months at a time, so we really create a family-like environment with them also.
Don't call it a comeback, John, because we were never gone. But now it's time for the call of the week. And I'd like to say on this call of the week that John's been terminated.
You know, we're going to see here.
But I think it's a push.
Well, you know, let's see how it goes.
I ruined the surprise.
Let's just see how it goes. You know, I don't know if it's a push or not. Let's talk a little.
Okay.
So, the first call was who did better, Union boys or Union girls? I picked the boys to win and the girls to lose.
And I picked the boys to lose and the girls to win.
And they both won.
No.
So, push.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, boys won, girls won.
That's too bad.
It's a push. That's too bad. That is not too bad. You got to bleed a little black here.
Come on, boys. Can't you help me out? I mean, I'm pulling for a win here, and you had to go win.
It was
your game.
fantastic. I just assume lose. Yeah. Nice win-win, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. Push.
All right, pushy. So next one was who would do better, Uinta boys versus Uinta girls. And I went 1-1 and 1-1. And you also went 1-1 for the boys. And 0-2 for the girls, you dirty dog.
And I got it.
You won the girls' side.
And so if we're counting overall score.
So wait a minute, did you pick that the girls would do worse than the boys?
Well, what we were picking.
No, you picked that the girls would do worse than the boys.
Final scores.
The reality is.
Final scores are John was 2-2 and I was.
And here's
closer.
The deal. No. So let's look at it.
And hold up. Don't forget.
You have to not talk so much. Did you see me stand up there? A little frustration.
Your head went out of the screen.
Here we go.
And the boys got homered.
So it's okay, no problem.
No.
So I went that they would tie 1-1, and you said the girls would do worse than the boys, and the actual thing is that they went 0-2. So you won one, but I got the tie. So I think we're gonna go push on that one.
No, that's a win for me.
2 pushes.
There's no possible way that a guy can call it completely wrong across the board and then claim a win.
You do every
unless
week.
His name is John Norton. He does it occasionally, so that's a push and a win for Mark, and let's go next.
Push. And what's the last one? So you know, it was Jazz versus Cavs.
And I got in first.
And I jumped. Wait a minute. I jumped in first and said Cavs are going to win.
You're just like, bandwagon, I'm on. Choo-choo. And
if you talk louder and more, everyone will believe you. But the reality is, I picked that, and then I gave you the choice whether you wanted to pick whatever points you want. Everyone will. They go watch it.
Cavs won.
And then you said.
And I said they'd win by 13.
You said they'd win by 3, and I said they'd win by 4, and they won by like 8. So the reality is, John wins. So push, win. Again, I have another victory.
Plus 2 is 8. I guess 2. That means I.
All right, moving on to this week, Mark. Here we go. Calls of the week.
Push,
Altamont
win.
at Tabiona.
You know what, though? Those pushes end up good for me because every time we push to the next week, I gain 2 points.
Oh, I see.
And that's how I've caught up to you this season.
Unbelievable math.
I'm getting 2. Altamont at Tabiona, and we saw Tabiona lose to Duchesne, but we saw Altamont win. What do you got there?
Altamont's
at
Tabiona. You could go for the big upset.
You're gonna
Tabiona. I'm going to go Altamont.
Altamont wins at Tabiona. Now Tabiona's got this. We don't have to do final scores because Tabiona's going to win. Go Tigers! I'm with you. Sorry, Longhorns. All I want to do is beat him. I don't really hate you. So, okay, next.
Uinta at Spanish Fork.
Uinta at Spanish Fork. Uinta's had 2.
One tough game, bad
regional
unlucky.
losses.
Next game, they played bad
Spanish Fork
on Tuesday night.
Uinta wins, straight up.
I'm going to go that they win as well.
Okay, what do you got for a final score?
They're going to win by 10.
They're going to the Utes are going to win by 10.
Win by double digits.
Win by double digits. I'll just go 10.5. I'll take you on that one. So that's going to be.
So you think they're going to win by triple digits? 10.5 is like 3 digits.
10.5 Do your math. Okay, they're going to win by more than 10 points.
Okay.
All right. So there you have it.
No, we got one more. Here we go.
How many we doing?
We got to have 3.
We already had 3.
No, we only had 2. See, math. No good at math. All right, I love that you did that on camera. Grantsville at Union.
Grantsville at Union. Well, we saw Grantsville play last year at Uinta, and preseason, before region, and they were right there. They were dancing with the champs, and they couldn't get it done.
Well, so I'm gonna go with the Cougars. The Cougar Crazies are gonna be at Uinta, or at Union, excuse me, and they're not playing Uinta this time.
Grantsville Cowboys win this one. That's me, straight up. Don't have to
straight up.
So,
all right.
Okay, that's where we're at. We're gonna be right back. No more Terminators. See you in a second.
I'm Amanda Hartman. I'm the new Director of Nursing here at the Villa. Here at the Villa, it's far more than a nurse-patient relationship. You truly are like a family. We have a community here, we have neighborhoods within our community, and we create lasting relationships that mirror that of our own families.
We're kind of just one big family because we're their sole providers, and we spend a lot of time with each and every resident. Even our rehab patients are here for months at a time, so we really create a family-like environment with them also.
Welcome back to the Sports Spin. It's time for the Fast Dash.
We welcome all the way from Duchesne, Utah, to wrestlers. Got Steven Skews and we got Stockton Moat. Famous guys. I mean, what'd you have? Tournament champions last weekend?
Yeah.
How'd that go for you?
Second.
Second for me.
Second.
If you guys had a couple of girlfriends, you would have won first. But as you were rocking it solo, that's why you were second.
So one of the things about that too is, a lot of schools there, right?
Oh yeah.
Not just 1A schools.
No.
Second's pretty good then.
Second.
Yeah.
Second's not bad.
I heard Uinta was there.
Yeah, they were there.
Did you beat them?
No, I didn't actually.
That's who he actually lost
that's
to.
who you lost.
That is brutal, Mark. Let's get to the fast ass questions.
Screwed that one up. All right,
let's do some wrestling moves on it.
All right, yeah, let's go. Okay, Johnny, want to start us off? We're going to put a minute on the clock. We're going to lob you guys some questions and see if you can hit them out of the park. Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't play baseball at Duchesne.
There's not a team.
No.
All right, here we go. Time's going. What's your favorite wrestling move?
Low single.
Ankle pick.
If you could go off the top of the ropes or off a ladder, which one would you do?
Top of the ropes.
Oh, man.
I'd do a ladder.
Ladder. Yeah, okay.
Wrestling or prom?
Wrestling for sure.
Wrestling.
Heck with the girls. No wonder they got second.
Let's go old school on you guys. The Undertaker or Macho Man Randy Savage?
Undertaker.
Oh, you go with the dark side. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Cue the music. No, that's not your thing. All right, we're moving on.
Moving on. Would you rather give up your truck or wrestling?
Truck.
My truck.
Oh, wow. Good for them.
This
You hear
sounds
that,
like
Coach?
a country song all of a sudden. Oh, man. Okay, cutting weight or breaking a leg?
Cutting weight.
Cutting weight.
Are you cutting
Worst
today?
injury?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Worst injury in a wrestling match? Either you or the other.
Hyperextended elbow.
Okay.
I broke my pinky.
Oh, goodness.
Beating you in or Roosevelt? Which one would you rather?
I'd rather beat you in a.
You in a.
Bigger.
All right, you heard it here.
Thanks for joining us on the Sports Spin with these guys from Duchesne, presented by Uinta Basin Healthcare, health and healing every person, every time. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and we'll see you next week.